As a front-end developer, I never really had the need to buy a tutorial online. And that's not because I can't afford it, but because I really didn't see the need for it. However, in some of the companies I worked for, they offered us free tutorials services online so that we can learn a few things. And I believe I only used it once to learn about Redux. Other than that, I never paid for a tutorial anywhere else. And the way I learn mostly is through reading the documentation on the sites of the technology or programming language that I want to learn. And this allows me to actually gain more knowledge than videos, because videos are very specific and cut short. It doesn't teach you everything. Instead, they went in, they scooped or learned what they want to teach people, and then they teach it back to you. And this is the way I think of videos. While documentation is much different, documentation are a bit longer, it goes into specific detail about everything, and it provides you with the core knowledge, the knowledge that you really need. Let's look at, for example, Java. When I was learning Java or when I used Java in college, I had no idea what the teacher or the lecturer was teaching us. So what I did was I went on their website and I tried to read the documentation. Documentation was good, but it wasn't that great. So I needed something more. Obviously, back then, there was a lot of YouTubers that did Java tutorials, and they helped a lot as well. But I needed more than that. I needed to understand the core concept of Java, the very beginning of Java. And so that's why I went off and I bought myself a book. Now, I know you might think, okay, well, a book is like a video tutorial or video tutorials. It is not really, because a book gives you more information that you need. And a book is a comprehensive thing that covers everything. It doesn't just explain classes or variables. No, it covers everything. And that was the best investment of my life, a book. Other than that, I bought nothing else. And with that book, I was able to learn everything about Java. I mean, everything. It taught me Java as if it was teaching a baby how to learn programming. Every day I would learn, I would read a few pages, and I would practice. Along with the reading, I sometimes follow it by videos to have a better understanding. Because not everything was understood through the books, but it was very helpful for me. And so I continued this process, reading few pages, practicing. The next day I would read few pages, practice, and then I would implement the things I learned the day before, the 2 days before. And so on. I followed that process for a while until everything was sinking in and I had a better, much better understanding of the programming language, um, but not just the programming language, but the core of the programming language as well, which allowed me to kind of be a step ahead of other people because all they were learning is, what methods are, what variables are. They weren't really learning about what happens when the compiler compiles Java, you know, um, complex topics, um, polymorphism, things like that. So with videos as well, like videos help me understand things that I kind of didn't completely understand from the book. But, I didn't see the need to go off and pay someone to teach me this. As in, some videos were free on YouTube, so I used these videos to learn mainly. But I guess the main idea here, or the main reason I'm making this video, is so I can tell you you can learn without paying someone. I'm not saying it's wrong to pay someone. If you find a mentor and you want to learn better, you can definitely pay them. If you find a good tutorial that really covers everything you want, it's definitely worth it if you want to learn and you can't understand anything from the documentation. Okay? But if you just want to buy tutorials to become like them, just remember, it took these guys years and years of practice before they got to that point. They didn't get to that point in 2 days or 3 days or 3 hours. So thinking that you will get to that level within a day or two, or lying to you by telling you learning such and such in 2 days, or learn such and such in 5 hours, that is all BS. I'm sorry to say that, but a lot of people on YouTube are BSing and trying to sell you products and services by lying to you and telling you you can do this and you can do that in a few hours. It is total BS and I don't recommend it. I recommend you learn the hard way, just like everyone else did, and just like they did, because they didn't really learn these in 2 hours or 5 days. That is total BS. So be careful who you trust your money with, and be careful who you take as your mentor or role model, because a lot of them are BSers. And honestly, I see a lot of people out there spending money and throwing it out in the bin without really understanding or doing their research. So I hope you like this video, and this is just something different to what I usually do. I'm trying to follow a more kind of conversation videos along with programming, but not as much as as the other videos, because I found I want to follow a different approach really. So I hope you like this video, and I'll see you again in the next video.